Hello, hello, and welcome to today's live level up conversation. Whether you're joining me in live or catching me on replay, I'm so grateful that you're here today. So happy Tuesday for those of you who are joining me real time, and happy replay day to those of you who are joining me later on. Let's dive into today's live level up conversation.
Welcome to Level Up with Winnie Sun. Market update. Speed round. Award-winning financial pro. And now, get ready. I present to you Level Up with Winnie Sun.
Hi, friends. I'm Winnie Sun, your host, an award-winning financial pro, a Forbes contributor, and a CNBC council member. Thank you so much for jumping in, and those of you who are introducing yourself to me, I love seeing you here. We are streaming on 8 different social media platforms, so don't be shy. Let me know how your week is going. Of course, we always start with how the market closed, and let's just say those of you who've been paying attention, today wasn't such a good day. It was a triple down day. In fact, the Dow closed down 343 points. And I just want to say the Dow was down pretty much over 300 points most of today. NASDAQ down also 238 points. Yikes. And the S&P 500 also down 65 points, my friends. I know. Not the day that we want to see. In fact, it's been a pretty rough 2023. And 2022 wasn't all that hot to begin with as well, right? So stocks definitely dipped today. Traders assess quarterly figures and earning. Now, a lot of companies actually reported earnings after the bell today, and some of that was pretty positive. So hopefully, we'll see some positive territory tomorrow. I'm not really sure, but one of the things that we continue to hear weaknesses coming from First Republic Bank. Now, you remember the news not that long ago about Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, and banking concerns, and how deposits would be insured and what they wouldn't be. Well, unfortunately, First Republic Bank did see continuous damage. Definitely less deposits being made into that bank, which has affected its performance on the market as well. We're also talking about many other sectors. The financial sector, like we mentioned, definitely having some bumps along the road, and also in shipping. Some of the big names in shipping, we're also seeing some decreases and missing Wall Street expectations, as well as retailers. Now, Microsoft, Alphabet, and some of the other, Chipotle actually, also reported earnings after the bell today. Overall, like I would say, not that bad. Some positive numbers in there as well, but still much to see as we are here in deep in earnings season. But we segue because we have more stories to share with you, trending business news. One of the things that you may have been hearing a lot about, of course, we've heard about real estate, we heard about the stock market. We also need to talk about jobs. You may know someone, I certainly know quite a few people who are worried about their jobs currently, as well as consumer confidence data that's come out. In fact, the Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index has just been released this week, fell to 101 in April, down from 104 in March, which indicates that here in the United States, confidence has worsened in April. This consumer doesn't feel very, very good. The measure of economic expectations fell once again this month and has continued to be below sort of a threshold, which really is one of those triggers and reading points as it pertains to recessionary levels, not only this year, but also within the next year. So for every month since February of 2022, there's been an uptick in December. We've continued to see pressure here that we don't like to see. So consumers are continuing to be very pessimistic, both about business conditions as well as job conditions and the labor markets, and expecting that fewer jobs will be available in the short term. And of course, you continue to hear about companies laying off employees left and right. We heard about Disney earlier this week. We heard about big drops in employment at Meta. A lot of companies right now that are supposed to be some of the biggest companies in the world continue to lay off employees. And you probably heard about the news that happened yesterday, right? Fox News, big layoff there. CNN also, CNBC. A lot of companies right now letting people go, which not a good thing. So that continues to put pressure. People are really worried about what that means, whether there's going to be more layoffs. I think the sort of signal is yes, there will be more layoffs. And of course, whether that's going to impact the US economy. Are we going to get closer to recessionary periods? And most importantly, with inflation, how does that impact inflation? And will the Fed continue to raise interest rates even more aggressively? Hopefully not. Hopefully it just continues where we're at. Now, we're going to segue to another story because I see Vicky Garvey joining us on Facebook Live. Hello, Vicky. Thank you so much for joining us. Wow, I see many of thank you so much for joining us on LinkedIn. I see you there as well. Let's talk about what the UK across the pond is doing to protect consumers from subscriptions. Subscriptions, there are things like streaming subscriptions like Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus and all these subscriptions. Well, these can really play havoc on your budget. Well, the UK government is doing something about it. They're going to be introducing a new digital markets competition and consumer bill. Now, this is to increase competition between big tech firms and to help consumers. This bill aims to ban the buying, selling, or hosting of fake reviews. In fact, I saw earlier today, it was trending on Twitter how people are using ChatGPT to write like fake Amazon reviews, and then they're like forgetting to take away that portion that says, as an AI, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, the UK this bill is a big deal because they want to prohibit people from receiving money or free goods for writing positive reviews. So, you need to build trust your reviews, right? So, this bill requires firms to remind people when free subscription trials end, and it seeks to end sort of that power of big tech companies in the market. They want to make sure that your subscription's about to come due and you're going to get hit with this lofty amount if you don't make a decision. This is really good. So this newly formed digital markets unit under the Competition and Markets Authority called the CMA will have the power to open up specific markets depending on the situation. Hopefully, this is just sort of a trend to continue. And hopefully, those in the United States who are watching this and reading this think, hey, maybe the US consumer would also like what the UK consumer looks like they're going to be getting very, very soon. We want to be able to trust our reviews. And most importantly, we want to make sure we know when subscriptions are coming due, they're going to renew, or it goes from a promo really low rate to a very, very high rate, right? These are all things that we want to know. And so, great job from those of you in the UK who, push for this, encourage this. I think this is good. I think a knowledgeable consumer is someone who can really be more mindful about their household budget, which is never a bad thing. That's right. Vicky says use British with the reviews. Interesting stuff. I know. I think it's really interesting, and I see a lot of you joining me today. Thank you so much for joining. I think it's really good news to be paying attention to. Now, let's segue to another story. Now, you've heard me talk about this in the past, but now there's deadlines involved. Now it's something you really want to pay attention to. And this pertains to the company Bed Bath and Beyond. Now, for anybody who's gone off to college like I did, or bought your first home or rented your first apartment, you've probably made a visit to Bed Bath and Beyond. It seems like that, sort of like that rite of passage. Like those are places that you need to go to buy bed linens and everything else. But now I think there's like Target and Amazon and Costco and all these other places to shop for. So you don't really have to go there anymore. But that certainly led to probably this story today, which they have officially filed for bankruptcy, which means if you have been a customer, there's certain things that you need to know because now there's going to be a limited time that you have to spend your Bed Bath and Beyond gift cards. And any items that you no longer need, that you want to return, that you may have recently purchased, do know that you need to do this pretty quickly. All right. So it's not just like Bed Bath and Beyond, but also for those of you who have children, like I had children, I remember spending money here at Bye Bye Baby. This is also a company that's getting impacted as well. So the company's profits definitely took a hit during the pandemic, and they're trying to cut costs and trying to make things work. But unfortunately, the remaining 360 Bed Bath and Beyond and 120 Bye Bye Baby stores They're remaining open for now, but this could change. So, therefore, your usual return exchange policies are going to stay in effect only until May 24th. Now, gift cards and certificates are going to be good until May 8th. All right. So, gift cards, gift certificates, make sure you use them before May 8th. I would actually put this into your calendar for May 1st and just try use it this week and just get rid of them because you do not want this to expire because that's like money in your pocket and you don't want to lose that. So, coupons, though, will no longer be valid after tomorrow. So, very important. If you have a coupon to use, if you have a gift certificate, make haste. Make sure you use all this by this week. That would be my recommendation. Yes, on some of these you have a little bit longer, but I would even chance it. Now, rewards, if you have rewards from Bed Bath and Beyond, know that those can be redeemed until May 15th. But stores will no longer be awarding them on like new purchases from this point on. So again, try to use all this up. Try to use it up. Make sure that you're in good shape. Online shopping now at other retailers may be an option, but of course we do know that many of you still prefer that in-store purchase experience, especially those if you're buying things like baby things, like right, or like home things. Sometimes it just pays to feel the texture and the quality, but unfortunately because more people are buying online and more people are going to other discount shop retailers and buying things at different places, well, that certainly had an impact. So these stores, unfortunately, are anticipated to close by the end of June. But wedding and baby registries at the stores are still considered safe. That's what they're saying. That's what we're repeating. And I guess they're gonna try to do some alternate platform. I'm guessing these, you know, alternate platforms for registries. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe they'll just be a completely online retailer at some point. We'll have to pay attention and watch and see how this unfolds. But for those of you who have gift cards or coupons or things to buy, or most important, things to return, make sure that you do that this week. The sooner the better. And I recommend doing that tomorrow if you can. And with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching Level Up. If you enjoy this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, you can find full episodes of Level Up with Winnie Sun on NASDAQ, Amazon Fire, Samsung, Roku, and so many other places. And don't forget to check out Yes Factor with Winnie Sun on Apple Podcasts with the LinkedIn Podcast Network. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you again this week. Take care now. Bye bye.